Hey, how you doing there again, folks? Me again, of course, Brandon Wenzel. Come back at you, another offering off my sampler platter. Yes, indeed, folks, sampler review series videos I've been doing for a little while now. I go over there to try out food and drink items. I eat stuff, I drink stuff, then, folks, I'm going to talk about stuff. I'm going to let you know all that you need to know about hopefully delicious stuff. That time I'm doing this, folks, I'm not going to lie, spring has sprung and it's all about green, it seems. But we'll get into that. Folks, it's a super simple format. I'm going to go over there. I'm going to try out food and or drink items for you. Whilst I'm doing so, I'm yammer on about it for a bit. Whilst I'm doing all that, I'm inside my truck. And whilst I'm doing all that, folks, I'm wearing grody work clothes. Typically, when I'm inside the truck and I'm wearing grody work clothes, that means that I was on my way home from work and I found some shit to review for you. That is absolutely the case today. I got off of work and I was super duper tired. Like, I was done. But I went over there and I spent some time after work talking with a couple coworkers, just shooting shit, just letting the air out. We worked hard for fucking 8.5 hours. We just want to chill and talk about bullshit. And it was nice. It's always nice to get that in when I can. And by the time it was done, I was like, I wasn't as tired, it was a little pep in my step. So I decided I'd go over there, I'd stop off, grab some food, and I hopped on over to Dunkin. Now, I've reviewed a bunch of stuff from Dunkin' Donuts. So much so, I have an entire playlist called Dunkin' Reviews, which is just my reviews of Dunkin' Donuts stuff. This review will end up there. You know what other review will end up there? It's what I just got through reviewing. It is the Boom. This is their brand new Kiwi Watermelon Refresher. I just got through reviewing this. And it's very green. Green. But apparently, Dunkin's got a whole green thing going on because what am I reviewing for you today, folks? Well, it's Boom, it's this, it's in a bag. But it's not just in a bag. Many things are in bags, that's not the important part. Boom, it's also kind of green. More of a brownish green, more of a breen. Neil Breen, if you get that reference. And chances are you watch, what is it? Fucking YouTube reviewers, movie reviewers as well. Yes, this is their brand new Green Goddess wrap. Which is a hell of a name to go off of. I reviewed their previous wraps, their chorizo and egg, and their chicken something, I forget. It's in the playlist, the Dunkin' playlist. So this is a brand new wrap that they came out with. I'm a little bit excited. It consists of egg whites, farro, which I had to look up what the fuck it was. Apparently it's some kind of old-timey grain. Sun-dried tomatoes, spinach, feta, Green Goddess dressing, which I have no fucking idea what that is, wrapped in a verdant green lavish. What the fuck with this? Why are they going all Starbucksy on this whole thing? They're like trying to upsell it so hard. I guess this is the verdant green lavish. I'm guessing it's vegetarian? I don't see... Well, no, it's got egg whites in it. So, where does that fall for vegetarians? I don't know, because, some of them have their own rules and stuff, but it's definitely not vegan, if nothing else. But let's give it a go. Okay. I can get down with that. Yeah. I mean, it's doing pretty much all the stuff that it's saying. You can taste the spinach. The immediate flavor that I'm sort of that my mind is equating this with the spinach and the feta and the egg whites is a spinach and feta omelet. Because, man, I haven't had one of those in a long time now that I think about it. I'm going to have to remedy that. Spinach and feta omelet. One of my favorite breakfast omelets from kind of back in the day. It kind of got, I ended up being more of a skillet man as time went by, but I still love a good omelet. But yeah, you've got the spinach, you've got the feta, you've got the egg, so that's where my brain is like, that's right, this is familiar. But then it's also got other things going on. You've got the sun-dried tomatoes in there, which kind of provide these little pockets of this, kind of nice bursty tomato flavor. I really like that. It kind of, it lightens it up, gives a little extra something. Then, what else am I supposed to be looking for in this whole thing? I mean, I guess the Green Goddess dressing and the farro. I got no idea what the fuck farro is, man. Like I said, I know it's a grain of some kind. I don't know what I'm supposed to be getting from the farro. Maybe it's a superfood or some shit, and they're trying to sell it. I genuinely don't know. I mean, I guess I can see it. It looks like it's these little grainy things. Hello, grainy thing. Are you farro? Kind of pops in your mouth a little bit. Has a little bit of sort of an earthy note to it. Yeah, it's a grain. And then, yeah, I guess the green goddess dressing, which I'm guessing is pretty much just throughout the whole thing. It's nice. All the veggies well represented. Like I said, you got little pockets of extra flavor from the sun-dried tomatoes. And there's kind of a little bit of an overall tanginess, which I'm guessing is the green goddess dressing. I have no fucking idea what that is, by the way. I don't know if that's some shit that Dunkin just made up or if it's like a brand or whatever, but I can get down with that. I don't know if I like it as much as I like the other wraps, but I also recognize that this is its own thing. Even though it's a wrap like the other two, those are both protein wraps, you know? That's their thing. And even though, yeah, this does have egg whites, obviously. But this is more of a veggie wrap. And I can kind of just... If I wanted one of the other ones, I could more or less interchange the two, even though the chorizo one is my favorite. But I can kind of go with either of those. This, I could not change out one of those for this. It's too different in what it's providing. But by that same token, I couldn't switch out... If I wanted this, I couldn't switch one of those in either. It works both ways, you know, so it's an apples and oranges kind of thing, but at the same time, it's definitely its own thing. As far as being its own thing is concerned, it's tasty, it's earthy, you know, I don't think it's quite as good as it maybe could be. I feel like a little tweaking here and there to kind of balance some of the stuff, because it's nice getting the sun-dried tomatoes, but it almost at times can feel a little obtrusive next to the more mellow flavors. So, I don't know. I like it, but yeah. Two questions have to be asked. Would I get it again? Would I recommend it? I didn't get a thing for the thing, did I? No, that's all right. I'll make it work somehow. I'm gonna go with yes and yes. I think I'm gonna put the thing down, otherwise I'm just gonna eat it. I'm gonna go with yes and yes, because even though, like I said, I think it's probably my least favorite out of the three wraps, it's also kind of its own thing, and I really do appreciate that. There are times when I could see myself going over there, you know, wanting something that's a little bit lighter, even though, like, it's actually pretty filling, you know, and they've got the grain and stuff in there, so. But maybe I don't want, like, a heavy protein thing, you know, like the chorizo stuff I like, but it could be a little bit much. This is that lighter option, and I don't know health-wise if it's better or whatever, but it's still got good flavor, and I like overall what it's doing. Just because it's in third place doesn't mean that it's losing out, if that makes any sense. You know, it is it's like, okay, right? Like, let's say you've got, like, you know, like, Olympic runners, right? All right, you got them, they're doing their stuff. This one places third in the long distance run, right? It's not quite there. It's still on the podium, but it's one of those things. It's really more of like a long jump, you know, person. Are those like yeah. I think they kind of operate in the same thing. It's doing its own specialty thing. In that regard, it's coming in first. It's just not, you know, I'm bailing on this analogy, but I do like it overall. I think it's tasty, and I like it that it's an option. I really do. I think it's good to have it alongside those other two. And I do kind of appreciate, again, that it kind of reminds me a little bit of a spinach and feta cheese omelet. So if I'm recommending it to people, it's not going to be for everybody. But again, if you're vegetarian, if you're vegan, you're completely SOL. If you're vegetarian, again, it depends on where you fall with the egg stuff. But, like I said, maybe you just want, a little bit of a healthier option available, at least a lighter option. I think it's great that it's there, and I appreciate that despite it being mostly a vegetarian kind of thing, it's not lacking in flavor. It's really tasty, and the flavors that it's supposed to be representing are represented. That's what I'm going to say. I'm sorry. I'm very tired. So yeah, I think I would recommend it. I think it's one of those things, if it looks enticing to you, give it a go. If it's not something that you seem interested in, it's probably not going to go over there and change your opinion of it. But I think even if you're kind of on the fence about it, give it a shot, because I think it actually does a pretty damn good job of what it's trying to do. 5 things before I get out of here. Have yourself a great rest of your day, spectacular rest of your week, monumental rest of your month, stupendous rest of your folks. Go over there, have yourselves a truly spinach and feta cheese omelet-tastic rest of your life, man. Fuck it, that's just a good omelet. Good omelet. One time, I ordered one. It was from a place that me and my dad used to go to all the time. We loved the place. Sadly, they're not there anymore. I fucking tore it down to build a gas station. God. But, one time I ordered spinach and feta cheese omelet, and it came through, and they didn't put the feta in. It was just a spinach omelet. And I'm one of those people, it's like, I don't like to make problems for other people, So, I got about a quarter of the way through eating it before finally enough was enough, and I had to be like, hi. And they're like, and then they kind of just haphazardly, got some feta in there, I kind of was hoping they'd just remake the damn thing. It's an omelet. But anyway. Final 2 things. Number 1, try to bring some positivity into the world. It's not always possible. It is, however, always appreciated. But what you do if you can't do all the time, I know I can't do all the time. Here's what you do, folks. You're going to try not to be an asshole. Folks, not always the easiest thing in the world to not be an asshole. Trust me. I know it. I live it. I'm out there every day with you in it. Life can be stressful and frustrating and just bullshit sometimes, folks. And when we find ourselves in situations where we have to deal with said bullshit, it's important that we go over there, whenever possible, take a step back, try to mitigate the level of assholishness in our lives, hopefully do better for ourselves and for those around us. Very final thing, folks, do the thing. Whatever the thing is for you, that's what I want you to go out and do. Folks, what's your favorite omelet? Like I said, spinach and feta cheese is a good one for me. Mushroom and cheese, not feta, but mushroom and cheese is really good too. Hell, man, most omelets that I'm going to enjoy involve cheese. I'm not going to lie. I kind of feel like if I don't have cheese in my omelet, it's just why? But maybe for you, that's not your jam. That's perfectly fine. Comment to that effect, though. Let me know about your omelet preferences. I'd like to know.